And we are joined now by Angie, Juan, and Maria Varona. Thank you so much for coming in. And boy, it is tough to watch your story. And I could see how tough it was for you to think about what you put your parents through. What was the hardest moment?
The hardest moment was about a year after all the pictures came out, because that's when it really hit me, and I realized that this could be the end of like my future careers and whatnot.
And you even considered suicide at one point.
Oh yeah, a lot of points.
A lot of points?
Yes.
Can you take us back to the beginning of all this and try to explain what goes through your mind when you first send the pictures?
Well, what goes through your mind is you think it's private and you think it's personal. You think it's never going to really get out there, and the only person that's going to see it is the person receiving it. But when you realize that that's not really how this world works, it kind of takes a toll on you.
Yeah, but even after your account was hacked for the first time, you went and did it again.
Yeah, because I guess I didn't realize that it was that serious at that point. And I'm a teenager, I'm a girl, like we make a lot of mistakes at this age. We have so many pressures on society that are put on us. So I did it again, but then after that I realized, you know what, it's better to just keep it.
And then it just explodes all across the internet.
Yeah, it went viral, it was horrible.
When did you all first become aware of all this?
Well, she can tell you.
Yeah, it was, I believe she was 15, and it was 1:30 in the morning, and we hear her yelling hysterically and crying. And so we thought something had happened, and it was that a friend of hers had seen the pictures that she had placed privately on porn sites.
Porn sites?
Yeah, and then the persons who were looking at them were sending her these very sexual,
that must have been
perverse
horrifying.
messages.
Yeah, at that age you don't expect people to be so cruel to you. So it was a lot of weight on my shoulders.
So what did you all do about it?
We contacted the police. They've been trying to help us with this, but the problem with the internet, it goes worldwide. So, I mean, they finally the police officer's been working with us recently, told us that they were able to trace one site to Spain, where there's a fan club based on her pictures. So the thing with the internet is we lock our doors. If you live in a big city, you have alarm systems. You have everything to protect your children, so strangers don't come in. And yet, here's Pandora's box. You open up that laptop, and the strangers can come in.
So what have you learned from this, and what advice would you give to parents based on your experience?
It's difficult to know what advice to give, because you can control everything at the home, but the minute the child leaves the house, their friends have internet on their phones, their family, other family members, or friends' families have it. I mean, you go on these websites, and there are a lot of kids that are there whose parents have no clue.
The parents don't have any clue, do they?
No. They warned me, and they told me not to go. They didn't even want me to have a Facebook. They didn't want me to have a MySpace. But the minute you leave the house, I mean, I go to my cousin's house, and we had the computer there, so that's where I usually went on the internet.
So you talked about the pressures that you and other teens face. What would you say now to your friends and anyone else watching your age facing that pressure?
Not to fall into it. You're beautiful, and you don't need to send pictures to a guy for them to like you. They should like you for who you are and not what you look like, basically. And just be real.
Thank you.
Thank you.